All right.
Viraconium is called the Crystal Citadel nowadays. It was destroyed by the Fomorians, then reclaimed by the remaining Sidhe. It is a strange mixture of stone walls and crystal towers, patrolled by changelings. The guards at the entrance recognize your lineage, half mortal, half Sidhe, and let you pass without trouble.
Very good.
You have been to both Sidhe courts before, at your master's side, but you know little about them, even less now that they are forced to work together. You hope to gain answers from Yedna the Seer, who despite being a human, lives in the Unseelie court.
Intriguing. She might just be a figurehead, though.
Nobody knows how the Seer managed to get herself accepted by the Unseelie. But she has lived among them for a long time, so if anyone can help, it's her. They were good friends with Merlin, so she listens to you intently and seems to be willing to help.
I'll tell her about Nimue and Merlin.
Nimue is a member of the Sidhe Council now, which means you can't just accuse her. Yedna thinks the only way to confront her is by the challenge of spirit and soul. The trouble is, you are only half Sidhe, which means you will need the support of at least 2 council members.
Okay. Pretend I'm an imbecile. What is the challenge of spirit and will?
The challenge of spirit and soul is a magical duel of sorts. It is fought in the halls of the Fading Tower with special magical items. The loser is magically bound to fulfill a single command of the winner. Thus, you could command Nimue to tell you where Merlin is.
This sounds horrifying.
However, such a duel is very difficult, so you would be wise to seek help. The Fading Tower suppresses most magic, but some rare artifacts retain their powers even there. I know of only one person who might have something like that, namely the Beggar King.
The Beggar King? I'm sorry, is a Targaryen around here?
He is a powerful faun, a trickster by nature. He was named so because he never seems to have anything, but he has even tricked Sidhe lords into giving him their prized possessions. He will no doubt have something that can help you, but the price might be quite steep.
Naturally. Who would be willing to support me?
You could try gaining the favor of the Icethorn Prince, although he is not an easy person to reason with. Other than him, the only council member who might be inclined to help you is the Emerald Lady.
What should I know about the Emerald Lady?
The Emerald Lady is a mysterious Seelie who used to be the Summer Queen's advisor. It is said her wisdom is boundless, and she's able to make a just decision in any situation. If your intentions have merit, she will know.
Good to know. I think I'll be going to her, but tell me more of this Icethorn Prince.
The Icethorn Prince is the most powerful lord left amongst the Unseelie, and is feared even by his own kind. Him and Nimue have long been bitter rivals, so he might be willing to support you. But be careful how you address him, for his patience is short and his wrath is great.
Thank you, Yedna. I shall be going now.
Wait, the seer says. Take my journal with you. It contains my thoughts and observations since the time I began to live among the Sidhe. I do not need it anymore, but you can learn a lot if you take the time to read it.
Ooh, okay.
You return to your temporary home and think about what you've learned so far. There is still much to do before you can challenge Nimue. Who would you like to visit next?
I'll first talk to the Emerald Lady.
The Emerald Lady looks every bit as mysterious as her reputation suggests, and her sparkling gaze seems able to read your very soul. Her voice betrays no emotion as she listens to you. Then she quietly asks a simple question. What do you hope to achieve by Nimue's defeat?
I seek to free my master and do justice for Nimue's crimes against him.
Revealing your true purpose can be dangerous, but knowing when to do so is the mark of a strong mind. I thought you to be such a person, she replies after considering your answer. Very well, Morgana Le Fay. I shall support you, but your request has to come at a price.
Doesn't everything... One of these days I just want to go to someone and say, I need help, and have the other party turn around and say, sure. One sec. Under legends or characters?
There is a place in Wales that you know as the Lost Monastery. There you will find Oberon's crystal, which you shall bring back and present to the Twilight Council as payment for my help. It is a dangerous task, but such is the appropriate price for your request.
Do you really expect me to enter the dragon's domain?
I shall cast a spell upon you, she adds, that will conceal your presence from the worm's eyes unless you venture too close to them. It will protect you long enough to complete your task, but it will expire once you do.
See, that sounds a bit more reasonable now. Fair enough, I shall return with the crystal.
You return to your temporary home and think about what you've learned so far. There is still much to do before you can challenge Nimue. Who would you like to visit next?
Who would I like visit next? There is a 2 there, you know. Let's visit the Icethorn Prince.
The crystal tower of the Icethorn Prince is almost like a fortress within a fortress, and is surrounded by elite she guards. The prince receives you in his frosty throne room, gives you a hard look, then rudely asks the reason for your intrusion.
Right, this is where I think I'm going to need the Chronicle to work out specifically. No, that's Queen Morgause. Isn't she supposed to be the sister of Morgana? I'm not that familiar with the legends, well, the stories of King Arthur. Fawns, no, Fading Tower. The Ways of the Unseelie. They are hateful of all the things their siblings find beautiful, like warmth. Stars, but they seem to be fascinated by the harsh. So, definitely not that one. Ah, see? They do not appreciate gifts. Oh, unlike the Seelie, they do appreciate gifts, but their taste is hard to understand. It's not so much the gift's value or usefulness what impresses them, but the way they feel about it. Material is critical in this regard. The more exotic the gift is, the more likely an Unseelie finds it intriguing. However, one should be aware that all she finds the metals repulsive, especially iron. Thus, a gift of iron would be considered a mortal offence. Golden bow? Bugger off. I offer this piece of the rock Excalibur was pulled from.
Well, well, the little mortal knows how to talk.
But my goodwill does not come without a price, he says with a cold grin. The North Wind is my birthright, but Aislinn, the Lord of Winds, refuses to bow his head to me. Defeat him, and I shall be generous.
Why do you need a half-mortal?
The defiant fool retreated to a place where no human or she may enter. That is why you are lucky to be none and both of those. You shall take this runestone to his realm, open a gateway for my soldiers, and then lead them into battle against the usurper. Now, be gone!
Thanks, sure.
You return to your temporary home and think about what you've learned so far. There is still much to do before you can challenge Nimue. Who would you like to visit next?
Let's see what the Beggar King has to offer.
You find the faun near the Mystic Pond, at the hub of Veraconium. He sits casually on a mossy stone, with a flute in his hands, and a broad, sly smile across his face. He listens to your request politely, then makes a theatrical gesture. Fair lady, all I have is my flute. It can break harmful spells, true, but its music is what keeps my spirit whole. Without it, my spirit will crumble. Something must keep my dreams alive until I make a new flute.
And what would that be?
The faun grins and answers in a rhyming riddle. Just something small, nothing you'd miss. All I am asking is a gentle kiss. If that is too much, a few tears will do. Out of your heart, sad but not blue. I'm not greedy, don't want to feast. I need yesterday's memories, at least.
Fauns are a part of the she race, but they do not belong to either court. They are one of the wild fae, who usually stand with the Seelie in times of conflict. They are playful, cunning, free-spirited creatures. Their nature is not malign, but their mischievous games can result in unpleasant consequences for those not careful enough. Fauns often speak in rhyme, which carry binding magic like a contract. This is the real source of danger, as the meaning of the actual words aren't necessarily what the contract is about, but what the faun means by them, and fauns usually try to be as ambiguous as possible, so one must think hard before agreeing to any terms. Another magical ability worth mentioning is the faun's kiss. This seemingly harmless action can do both harm and good. According to the tales, the faun's kiss leaves the subject's spirit weakened for a long time, but also bestows excellent health upon them. Finally, it is little known that despite their appearance, fauns are quite sensitive and easily scared. Some tales recount them fleeing from the frightened screams of little girls who notice them. So, the kiss... nothing you'd miss. A gentle kiss. Tears will do, out of your heart, but not blue. Yesterday's memories, then, though I doubt you will enjoy them. Well, it's tricky, because I think it's that one. It's said that they get scared easily, so if I go, oh, hand me the flute or else, that could be the answer. I'd rather not have the spirit damaged, spirit weakened, but excellent health. It strikes me as a good idea, but at the same time a bad idea. I've already taken a penalty to my magic casting ability. Do I want to do more damage for extra health? That doesn't strike me as a good idea.
As you say the words, memories start to flash before you. Then you feel them slowly fade from your mind. You realize you're not just sharing them, you're giving them away, but it's too late. The faun smiles at you once more, then disappears in a flash, leaving his flute behind.
Right, what are the repercussions of that then?
You return to your temporary home and think about what you've learned so far. There is still much to do before you can challenge Nimue. Who would you like to visit next?
That's all I need. I leave the city to complete my tasks.
You now know what tasks you must perform before you can challenge your master's kidnapper. You leave the Crystal Citadel and return to your army to continue your journey.
Minus 400 experience. That's not terrible. And
How I despise those riddles and rituals that the Sidhe consider politeness. That miserable gathering pretends that they are not refugees stranded among the mortals, and expect me, Morgana Le Fay, to dance to their tune before they will help me. I cannot tell you how greatly this infuriates me, but I must please both courts. I must retrieve some petty artifact from a monastery in Wales for the Seelie, and the Unseelie court has asked me to clean up a mess of their own making and kill one of their own who has turned against them.
yep, sounds about right. I mean, this looks like a tricky locale. Although it looks like I can actually take these places.
Yes, my lord!
Ah! Why do you keep screaming at me? Can I open diplomacy with you? No. You Dragoch. Right, so I'll do that one, swing down, grab Windbane, and then head back up. I can't move,
Ready to
so...
serve.
Ah! Did he win? He actually won. Intriguing. Very archer-centric. No lances. No cavalry. To battle. Oh, and it's a different terrain again. Oh, I am not getting any spells done with this one, other than, you know. Right, so can I get my guys? Oh. Right. Once again, let's see if we can't avoid grabbing the stone, any of the victory locations. Wonder if that only applies to... Oh, in the battle that it was cast. No, stop. Yeah, they got very high spell penetration. There's no point even trying. Suppose I could use the... Come on, advance enough that you cause the archers to all back off. No. Go for the legionnaires.
The enemy hero is casting a spell.
Do that. You do your restoring might, which should help. Everybody else just... Alright, you can advance a little. All of you just go for whoever. And the archers are now in the back, where they're going to start struggling from...
Fire!
Charge. Haste. Charge. I don't need you to be perfect, I just need you to do enough to buy the spearman time to approach.
Your magic shield is fading.
Oh, hello. Well, you think you can survive? Good luck. You do some more cleaving. Do that, I suppose. Yep, my archers are amazing. Oh, they're trying to get into an archery contest with me. It's not going to go well for them.
Fire!
You do that. Suppose I could try that. And then do that again. Cavalry.
Your magic shield is under normal strength.
You are swanning the enemy archers. You might as well start targeting the new guys. You can do... You can bless, I suppose. Bless somebody. You can't bless anyone. Don't get why you can't bless when... Yeah, do that. Just why not? Their archers are struggling. We have William, who is still showing them what for. Yep, we don't have to worry about... Oh, there's two of them survived. Wow. I'm sure he's wondering what happened. Oh, they just lost a bit of magic shield.
Your spell was absorbed.
Yeah, I thought it would be. But if I just start...
Your spell was absorbed.
Never mind. Can you target the lonesome over there? I've got the... Yeah, they're about to die. You're very, very dead. I've no idea if that was about to help. Probably not. It's more of a charging type thing. Come on, die. And die. And then charge. I said charge. Oh, I think I just lost all that momentum I just got from the ability. Yeah, that's what happens when you have an army that's half archers. You just, you know, run over them.
Your spell was absorbed.
Although I did lose a fair amount of archers to their archers. Archery contests. Should have gone into horde mode. That's my fault. I acknowledge that.
Yes, my lord.
I made an oopsie.
On my way.
It's going to take you 2 turns to get up there. Oh, hi. I hope I never see you again.
All right. All right.
Well, why was I going there? I'm an idiot. Hi. Oh, and it's an impossible strength thing, so I really don't want to upset them. Hello. Impossible strength. Yedre goch. Or goch. I swear it's pronounced goch, but... Hello, Septimus. I'll do Morgana first.
On my way!
Please stop screaming at me every time I talk to you. Oh, they took Brackenwood from me.
The Seelies of the She Court in Viraconium are willing to help you if you bring them the Crystal of Oberon. This artifact is in Wales, in the Lost Monastery, where zealous guards keep it in a small iron chest. The councillors give you a medallion that hides your existence from the dragons which circle over the skies of Wales, so you reach the monastery without incident.
Very good. Start.
The hall of the monastery is big and somewhat resembles the temples built by the Roman invaders. It is getting dark outside. The abbot invites you to supper and you gladly accept his invitation.
This seems too good to be true.
You follow the abbot to a corridor. You pass a room on the way. The door is open and you see 3 soldiers beating up a prisoner. They are doing a very thorough job. The prisoner is in a terrible shape, but he stays quiet, protecting himself with his hands.
Could you please explain this?
The abbot suddenly stops and waves towards the room. When you turn back, you see one of the guards drawing his sword. He stabs the defenseless prisoner, who stumbles to the floor and turns into a Fomorian right before your eyes.
Very good. I'm glad I didn't get myself involved in that.
The abbot kneels down to investigate the corpse, but he keeps on talking to you. It is a strange building, full of mysteries. I have got used to it over the years. The prisoner and the soldiers might not exist at all, just like this monster. Or maybe they are all real.
The Lost Monastery is an unusual place. Maybe that is why it is lost.
You keep on walking, and soon you reach a huge refectory where monks are eating their supper in silence. The abbot sits down and nods to you. "Do take a seat," he says. "And tell me, what made you cross the dangerous borders of Wales?"
I'll answer that truthfully.
"The crystal of Oberon hidden in an iron chest?" wonders the abbot. "I've never heard about it, but honestly, nobody is familiar with all the secrets and treasures of the lost monastery. And what will you do with the crystal? Will you give it to the Sidhe or to the Christians?"
Well, it belongs to the people of the Sidhe, and I intend to give it back to them.
"Splendid!" The abbot seems to like your answer. The supper has already ended, so the old priest asks you to follow him to the archives. "You'll have to talk to Brother Cornelius," he says. "He can help you." When you arrive at the scriptorium of the monastery, you are amazed to see hundreds of manuscripts and scrolls. An old monk waves you closer from a table at the opposite wall. "Have you even begun your journey?" he asks. "Or was it in vain?"
I think my journey was not entirely successful, to be honest.
"It doesn't matter. I'm very busy right now, so we should decide it the way you usually do with a heroic struggle. However, the world fades to black before you could answer."
Oh great, so I'm being attacked, am I?
You are in a room now where you see a dagger-wielding demon attacking you. You don't have time to think over the frightening phantoms of the monastery. You have to defend yourself.
I will use my magic to keep him at bay.
After a fierce fight, you overcome the Fomori. When the battle is over, you find yourself in a small room. You see an iron chest with its lid open. There is a translucent piece of crystal inside. It is as big as a human heart. You take the gem and leave through the only door you see.
Is this going to backfire?
You do not bat an eyelid when you see that the door opens into the hall of the monastery. You quickly leave this strange and creepy place. Join your army and head back to Viraconium to the Sidhe court.
Ready to serve.
Right.
Yes?
So next I need to go here. One step. Right, I just got some old faith. Aha! Yes! I can now actually recruit the Springborn. Doubles all damage from players' spells. Ooh. That could be useful. By a serious sacrifice, I can win the trust of the Sidhe or even heroes.
The warriors of the Sidhe don't sell their swords or their loyalty for money. That is something which has to be earned. If you want to persuade the Sidhe to join your army, you must resort to unconventional means.
For now, I will get the Seelie archers. And that's the only one I could get. Yes! No, I want to actually look at them. Shooting damage is amazing. Their accuracy needs a bit of work, though. Suppose that helps balance them in comparison to normal ones, although they are also sort of fully upgraded. I'm going to need to get rid of somebody, aren't I? Right. Let's sort nobles in exile.